thing I'd like you to do is go ahead and give the Cedar Lake Youth Group and their missions team a great big round of applause for their supper tonight. Just so you know, like we've always done in the past, we give half of our ticket price to the missions team and the Cedar Lake Youth Group. This year they'll be in Tijuana, building another house there for underprivileged and underhoused people that are actually living in the dump in Tijuana. We're also sending a youth delegation to a national youth conference in Colorado. So those dollars that were on their half of the ticket price go to great work. We're really proud of that fact that your ticket dollars make that possible. So thank you very much on behalf of the Cedar Lakes mission team and their youth group. Let me tell you a little bit about tonight's show. Tonight you're seeing a show in the Round. Now if you've been to theater in the Round before, you've probably been to Wagon Wheel or someplace like that where there's a nice stage down there and you're tiered up. Little different here with the same concept. Our actors have been working about 6 weeks playing a north, south, east, west situation instead of a stage left or a stage right. All right? Now, some of you will be glad if somebody's facing the wrong way sometimes, because some of the faces you're about to see, you might not want to see very long. All right? But if that happens, it means somebody else is looking at somebody's butt for a very, very long time. All right? I don't know if you're going to enjoy that or not. You'll have to let me know after the show. All right? The other thing that happens is people are up and down these aisles and moving around, and you are in the show. So as that happens, feel free to be in the show, okay? As things unfold and things happen, I'm going to challenge you to do one thing. Try to get as soon as you can the idea of who done it in your head. Because in my hand is the real person that did it at the end. And I know who that is, but you don't. Some of our cast in for several rehearsals, all right? But I want you, as you try to figure this out tonight, to try to stay up with us as we present you Murder for Christmas at Crimson House, which is a remarkable show. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our tech department, our pianist, Mike Warmer, to kick off Murder at Crimson House. Here we go.
Mischief, mischief, I think of this. Who will turn up Best you can, Jeeves.
Oh, you know that I will, madam.
Oh, dear, the lights. Every time there's a storm or a hurricane, the lights flicker and fade.
Oh, I shall call the electrician in the morning, madam.
Well, it won't do much good. Everything here in Crimson House is so old and worn. Even the wiring, not to mention the plumbing. It's dark, it's cold, it's musty, and it reeks.
Oh, it's dusty and it leaks.
It's monstrous and it's evil, so I'm told. It cracks, it creaks, it grumbles and it groans.
It mumbles and moans.
It's over and it makes little squeaks. The roof is slowly crumbling and the chimney's falling down.
Say, perhaps a new solution. Let's burn it to the ground.
This place is simply wretched. Indeed, I do confess.
It's a blight upon the earth, the dilapidated mess.
Who left those doors open?
Oh, I can attend to them, Mrs. Fitzwilliam.
Mr. Russell mustn't do as you're warned. It's inconsiderate of new boarders to call up at the last moment to change things about.
Oh, yes, yes, Mrs. Fitzwilliam, yes.
So that's the alternative. Oh, don't like it when the lights don't want it. Dear, it gives me the creeps.
Oh, shall I go and get you something, madam?
For what?
Well, for your creeps, ma'am.
It's damp. It's dank.
It shudders and it shakes.
It sputters and it quakes.
Oh, madam, don't forget the septic tank.
Up again. It's drab. It's flat. It's dreary and it's dim.
It's eerie and it's grim. We might as well throw out the welcome mat.
The walls are looking dingy. They could use a coat of paint. The floors are scuffed in weather.
The Sheraton, it ain't.
This place is simply morbid. We need a new address.
It's a scab upon the earth, the dilapidated mess.
This place is simply vile. It's causing me distress.
It's the scourge upon the earth, the dilapidated mess.
Jeeves, there is no medication that I know of for recruits. It's not like having a headache or an anxiety attack.
Oh, most perceptive of you, Mrs. Fitzwilliam, most perceptive.
Yoo-hoo! Now, who can that be?
You know, it sounds like that strange Miss Strange. Shall I go and let her in, madam?
Oh, Jeeves, don't be idiotic. She's already in.
Then I shall go and see how Cook is getting on with dinner.
I'll just leave these wet things here in the hallway.
Jeeves,
Yes,
that way leads to the solarium. That way leads to the kitchen.
Ah, yes. I do apologize. I have such a poor sense of direction.
Yes, but I overlook it because you're kind.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh my, it's a dark and gloomy night.
Well, all nights are dark, and when it rains, they're gloomy.
I knew it would rain. That's why I wore a raincoat, and that's why I took my umbrella.
Well, that hat and veil are hardly appropriate for rain.
Oh, this. I put this on in the hallway. I always keep it on the hook by the mirror. I consider it part of my personality. I just feel incomplete without my hat and veil.
Oh, yes, well, no doubt it comes from playing murderous in so many bad plays.
I've never been in a bad play in my life. A few flops, yes, but not any bad plays.
You're talking nonsense, Faye.
Have you forgotten my performance in And Then They Were Numb?
First nonsense and now gibberish. I'm not interested in foolish talk. Have you got it?
You're so hateful.
Have you got it?
Yes, a part of it at least.
Well, I want it all.
Hateful and rude. I need a little more time to get the rest.
Well, that's entirely up to you, my dear. Of course, if you feel that the rent at my boarding house is important.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I just said I need a little more time to get the rest.
Very well. I'll give you until tomorrow, noon. Otherwise, you know what will happen.
Not intruding, am I?
Ah, there you are, Angus Crispy, my favorite mystery playwright. Well, I just got through telling Mrs. Lillian how the critics loved me in your famous play, and then they were nominated.
You were in that? Well, anyway, I'm writing a new play.
Oh, good.
I hope there'll be a part in it for young Miss Strange. She needs the work. She needs money. Acting is such a nervous profession when it comes to making a living.
What do you call your new play, Miss Crispy?
Well, I'm thinking of calling it Murder in Progress.
Murder in Progress. I like that. I do hope the murderer turns out to be a woman. I'm so good at being that.
Are you sure you were in and then they were not?
Orchids are peculiar flowers, aren't they?
Why are you studying my orchids?
Why, I'm not studying your orchids, Mrs. Fizzle Lily. I'm studying what's on them.
On it?
Why, yes, bugs, of course.
Bugs!
So,
But no, bugs are quite interesting. It's what attracts them to orchids that's what I'm trying to find out. See, most orchids have no scent. Try this one here.
That's a misconception, Mr. Palegrave. Most orchids do have scent. In fact, the scent is often pungent and overpowering.
You are quite right, Mrs. Fitzwilliam. In my famous play, Crime After Crime, or Who Murdered Herbert Fish, my villain used a vile concoction of iced tea and the crushed blossom of a rare Amazonian orchid.
fascinating.
My detective was able to sniff the innocent ice cubes and thereby detect the murder weapon.
Orchid juice.
Orchid juice. My, that is a clever weapon. You are so inventive, Miss Crispy.
Orchid juice? Well, I don't like the sound of that. I hope it doesn't give anyone any ideas.
It's a thought.
Beg your pardon, Mrs. Fizzleroy.
What is it?
There has been a disappearance.
A disappearance? Who?
No, not who.
What are you
What?
babbling on about this time?
Cook says that a loaf of French bread has gone missing.
French bread?
Yes, he left it out on the dining room and now it's gone.
Well, obviously it's been misplaced.
Oh, don't be silly. One doesn't misplace a loaf of French bread. Probably someone ate it.
A whole loaf? Well, you know, yesterday in the refrigerator a beef pot pie went missing.
Highway crime of the century.
Oh, this one was. It was all beef. There weren't any vegetables in it at all. And then even the other day, someone drank half of it to the jar of milk out of the fridge and put the rest of it out back by the door. It went sour. The cat wouldn't even touch it. And
If there's no French bread, then put on crackers.
yes, wonderful idea, Mrs. Fizzleroy. Let's get crackers aside.
Poor old Jeeves. His mind does wander.
Yes, one day it will wander so far it will never come back.
Is it time for dinner yet?
There's no French bread. We can't have dinner.
Oh, in the library again, Mrs. Russell? You're turning into quite a scholar.
Well, there's not a television in this house, and I'm not one for listening to the radio, so reading helps to pass the time.
I do wish you had told me that your husband would be arriving this evening instead of tomorrow morning.
What difference does that make?
Well, the arrival of a new boarder at Crimson House requires preparation. The maid needs to put out fresh towels and clean sheets, and besides, Jeeves doesn't like surprises.
Not even oyster crackers.
To whom are you calling?
What's that?
She asked, to whom are you calling? Whom? I love the way Miss Fizzle-William talks, don't you? Whom rhymes with whom. Yes, me.
Mr. Palegrave, you're an odd young man. And I will beg you to not pluck orchids or any other bit of flora from my solarium. If you must study bugs, I suggest you go outside and play in the dirt.
But outside it's raining. There won't be any bugs in the rain.
We'll wait until morning.
Excellent.
I'll try another time.
Oh, I wasn't being rude, Mrs. Russell. I simply wanted to ascertain that the call was a local one.
There's another good word, ascertain. Sounds like something you put on an insect bite, yes.
There you go again, Mr. Gilgrave, talking about bugs.
Delivery!
Oh, now what?
Oh, it's that delivery person again. In and out and in, all hours.
Where do you want it?
Oh, don't tell me. Let me guess. It's a pizza.
Oh, very good, yes. Why, it's a bologna pizza with pineapple chunks and coconut and heavy on the poppy seed.
It's Jeeves again. He keeps ordering things and then he always forgets.
Well, I can't stand here holding this all night. It's gonna drip and I've got other deliveries to make.
How are you delivering a pizza? I thought you delivered flowers and boxes of fruit.
Oh, it's speedy delivery service. We'll deliver anything. What our motto is, don't quiver. We deliver, day or night.
I will have to do something about Jeeves. This can't go on.
Dinner is served.
Oh, good. I suggest we all go on into the kitchen.
Sir, he ordered pizza.
Oh, thank you, miss. Thank you so much. Here you go, Pops. Enjoy. Pops? Who are you calling Pops? what on earth is this?
Well, Jeeves, it's the pizza you ordered.
Pizza? That's remarkable. I never eat pizza. I don't even like pizza.
Well, if you don't want the pizza, then why don't you put it in the freezer?
Oh, good idea. I'll stick it in the freezer.
Jeeves,
Yes, madam.
that's the library. You don't want to put the pizza there.
Oh, sir. Can you imagine putting pizza into the library?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, Miss Russell.
Who are you?
And I am Hercules Forage, famous Hoboken detective.
Hercules Forage, the famous Hoboken detective.
I just said that.
Well, where have you been? I've been trying to reach you all day.
Well-
Don't you have an answering machine?
Well, whatever you've got to say to me, you can say to my face.
Well, the only thing I have to say to you is this. I am no longer in need of your services.
What's that?
You heard me. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Maybe I have to have a little closer look at your file. There's probably less here than meets the eye. Yes, I see here.
Stop saying that.
What's that? Well, it says right here that you believe your husband is being blackballed.
Blackmail.
Oh, it's blackmail. Yes, exactly.
Well, it's a mistake. I overreacted.
And somewhere down here I read that he's been drawing out large sums of money from your joint bank account.
Yes, but I have a vivid imagination. Sometimes it gets carried away. Just because my husband is withdrawing large sums from the bank doesn't mean that I should suspect blackball.
Blackmail. Blackmail.
Yes. Well, anyway, you really should be going. My husband would be furious if he found out.
I can't do that, kiddo. Not until the case has been solved.
But you haven't been hired.
Oh, a minor detail, a minor detail. Let's see. I got it too. I need a motive. I need a crime.
Why don't you go back to your old job in the limelight?
I'm Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye.
I'm not impressed.
Oh, well, you will be. I need some victims. I need a clue. I'm not just another worthless penny and gumshoe. I'm Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye. So, Miss Russell, your husband is a young TV expletive?
Leon is in television, yes, but he's an executive, not an expletive.
Oh, silly. Can't even read my own handwriting. My eyes are getting bad, you know. Maybe I should see an octopus.
I wish you would see yourself to the front door, that's what I wish.
All in due time, Miss Russell. All in due time. I need a body.
Don't look at me!
I need a body, and maybe then you will see. I'm Hercules Porridge, the famous microwave, ipso facto, blackmail. It had to be. Don't need to worry, I'm on your side. It's in the bag and honey, you'll be glad when you can find. I'm Hercules Coleridge, the famous Hoboken and private eye. I'm Hercules Coleridge.
The man belongs in storage.
I'm a Hercules Coleridge, the famous Hoboken private eye. The Hoboken private eye. The Hoboken private eye. That's me.
You know, it is not inexpensive to live here. It costs a small fortune for Crimson House.
Well, the food must be tremendous then.
It's dreadful. The only benefit is that you can lose weight.
Oh, yes. Who's that?
Who?
That. The curator with the pizza box.
That's Jeeves. He's the butler.
Butler? Really? I didn't even know butlers existed outside of mystery stories and things like that.
The poor man. He's forgetful.
Oh, I know the kind, like my father. Yes.
Like your father?
Yes, Hercules Coleridge did. Yes.
You mean to tell me that you are not Hercules Coleridge?
Well, about that. You see, I am Hercules Coleridge, the second.
The second.
Well, yes, it's my second career, and Dad was getting kind of old, and he needed a little break. His nerves were shot, so he took a 6-month leave of absence, and I'm taking all his cases.
You might have said something when I first called.
Oh, what does that matter? One Hercules Coleridge is as good as the next.
Oh, really? And how many cases have you solved?
Well, actually, this will be my first one, but don't be too eager to discharge me, Miss Russell.
Really think that my first hunch was correct?
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. If I could just talk to your husband a moment, I think we could clear the whole thing up.
Well, Leon isn't here yet. He will. Oh, Jeeves!
Oh, he went outside with the pizza box.
Oh, he must have wandered off. He was gone too far. I really must look for him. I'll be back.
I have a few more questions.
Jeeves, please come back. We've got your water.
Dog, what? You was that in your little house. You don't know what's going on.
What an odd person.
Oh, hi. Hello. Yes, I got my foot stuck.
So I see.
Oh, you must be Mr. Russell.
Well,
We weren't expecting you until morning.
say, you don't have a shoehorn handy anywhere, do you?
Follow me, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks. Well, I just don't know what I've done.
What do you think's happened? They've gone out. This weather and this house are giving you all right.
No, but it's a warning. Madam, it's all in your head.
One by one, they'll hunt us down until we all are dead. Dead, dead.
Now we just gotta keep our wits about it. That's all. Stay calm. Stay calm.
Who done it? Who done it? We hate to seem upset, but there's a killer on the loose. Who done it? Who done it?
What do you suggest? I don't let
Let's have one more discussion. We should leave without delay.
If we don't get out right now, there'll surely be a price to pay.
We never should have come. I see a person just died.
If we stay another moment, we will all surely die. Die! Who done it? Who done it? Or by a wicked villain to commit this awful crime? Who done it? Who done it?
You'll all be saying good. No one take it out of the line.
I got a funny feeling that we're running out of time. Who done it?
So let me get this right. You say Mr. Russell called and said he was going to be arriving a day early.
Yes, that's right. Is it important?
Everything's important on a case like this, Miss Fitzwilliam.
Oh, poor Mrs. Russell. So young, so tragic. Yes, what is it, Shirley?
Shirley? Who's Shirley?
The maid.
Maid's name is Shirley. Don't let me forget that.
Hello?
May I help you?
Tell me where to find Mr. Pilgrim.
Do you mean Mark?
Mark Pilgrim, yes. He's a guest here, isn't he?
Oh, yes, Mark's been here for months. I'm Mrs. Rebecca Fitzwilliam. I own Crimson House.
You a friend of Mr. Palegrade's?
I am.
Friday, 9 a.m. Palegrade's friend. Not bad looking. What's your name, sugar?
Well, whatever my name is, it isn't Sugar.
Not
Who
sugar.
is this guy?
Hercules Porridge.
Yes, Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken detective.
Porridge? You mean like cream of wheat?
He's the famous Hoboken detective.
Surely you've heard of me.
No, never heard of him.
Never.
Neither had I. Until the unfortunate event.
What unfortunate event?
Oh, it was all over the neighborhood.
We found him in that chair.
You mean Mark Pilgrim?
The deceased.
Mark Pilgrim is deceased?
Most likely murdered.
Murdered? Oh, this is terrible news. I better sit down.
No! I might want to dust that for fingerprints.
That's where we found him. The lights were out. Oh, what a terrible night.
There wasn't a breath left in him. Visitor to see Pelgrave. You know a bit.
What, Mrs. Fitzwilliam? I trapped a mealybug and a spider mite. Both are rare specimens.
Not as rare as you, Mr. Pelgrave.
You're alive!
Hello, Bridget. What are you doing here? Do I see a mealybug?
No, I do not want to see a mealybug. These people said that you were dead. They said you were probably murdered.
Murdered? Me? I?
You misunderstood, dear.
But yes, the corpse delectable wasn't Mr. Pelgrave.
Well, I can see that for myself.
Sure.
It was Penny's husband. Miss Moriarty used to work for me.
Oh, how nice.
Is there some place that we can talk? In private?
We can go to the garden. We can talk. Well, I trap bugs.
It sounds so romantic.
Idiot.
Something peculiar.
I've been in this room before.
Well, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, we have some time. I've been meaning to ask you a few questions about your hotel.
Oh, well, it's a boarding hotel. It's sort of a cross between a wayside inn and a boarding house.
That's not what I was talking about. You call the place Crimson House, but the house is blue.
Yes, but when you look at the house from the bottom of the hill, it looks red.
Oh, I get it. It's an optical delusion.
Yes. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. You were here before the murder took place. Who hired you?
Confidential. Confidential. I can't tell you that. But I do question you. How long has the cook been with you?
Why do you ask?
Well, first of all, I had lemon share and the bacon tastes like an old tennis shoe. And for a toast piece, I got a carrot stick and a piece of celery. And the coffee is so bad, a week it won't even stain my trench coat.
Well, I shall overlook your complaints since you're not a paying guest. I suspect it was Mrs. Russell who hired you.
Well, now that wouldn't make much sense now, would it?
Why not?
Well, first of all, I was here before the corpse delectables showed up.
Perhaps she hired you for another reason.
Oh, you're pretty smart. Maybe you should write mystery stories.
Oh, no, you're confusing me with Anguish Crispy. Now, if anyone can make sense of all of this, it'll be Miss Crispy.
Anguish Crispy.
There is no one here by that name.
Who are ya?
I am Mrs. Rebecca Fitzwilliam.
Fitzwilliam, Fitzwallace, what's the difference?
Well, first of all, then, spell difference.
Who are you?
Well, I am Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken detective.
The famous Hoboken detective.
Yes.
Who are you trying to kid? You don't look anything like Hercules Porridge. You're young enough to be his son.
Well, I am his son, the second. That's all.
Tough name to live up to, Porridge.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Who are you?
Detective Bobby, City Police, and this here's my partner, Mulligan.
And Bobby is my partner.
The name's Bobby, not Booby.
Detective Bobby does not like it when citizens call him Booby.
I'm not surprised.
I will admit, though, it's been a tough day.
I might not dust that chair for fingerprints.
Well, why would you want to do that?
Well, my gut feeling is that it was murder.
You prime detectives are all alike. You want to take a perfectly ordinary case of heart failure and turn it into murder. What a meatball! You said, buddy, what a meatball!
Is that what was heart failure?
That's my guess.
Well, then why are you two here?
It's all routine, ma'am.
I do want to speak with Mrs. Russell, though.
Yes. Jeeves!
Yes, Mrs. Fitzwilliam?
Will you please go upstairs and bring Mrs. Russell down?
Ah, yes, upstairs.
Jeeves?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Yes, ma'am. This way.
Jeez.
I take it he works here?
Well, he gets lost here a lot, if that's what you mean. Yes, and you won't get much out of him, Booby. He's got a name.
Who's that?
could be my neighbor.
Well, crap, it's some old geezer with a rifle!
Let me explain, my neighbor is he's in England and in English. Now, leave him in his head. Try not to agitate him.
Colonel Chutney, nutcase.
Boy, hello, great day for a constitutional, isn't it? Exercise for the liver. And onions.
I'm afraid you've come at a bad time.
What? Is it your birthday, Rebecca?
No, it's not her birthday. That's not what's going on. There was a murder here last evening.
Murder? Shot down by some treacherous bandit, no doubt. A swine? I shall call Calcutta, and they'll put an end to this affecting.
You might want to underline that case. In red pencil.
Rebecca, it's been a good hunt. Look what I brought you for dinner.
What is it?
That first night, I got up and I said to myself, I said, Charlie, great day for a hunt. Let's go out and shoot something.
You got a license for that rifle?
I don't need one, sir. I am a retired officer in Her Majesty's Army. The Royal Munster Fusiliers. When I aim at something and squeeze the trigger, I never miss. So say, I was out in my pond, and I found this little one sitting on a wall, and I said to myself, Johnny, be a good old boy and bang that bird for Rebecca.
Oh, how thoughtful.
What kind of bird is it?
Well, I don't know, but I bet it's rather tasty.
Yes, Miss O'Roy.
Colonel Chutney has brought us a chicken.
Chicken.
More like a cuckoo bird.
Take it to cook and tell her to make this sandwich. Hold the minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Like I said, someone had a heart attack and died. No need to make a federal case out of it.
Nonsense, I tell you! It was murder. The bandits, they're a bloodthirsty lot, the swine.
Colonel Chutney, please.
Silence, movie. One more outburst out here. I am going to form a militia, and you'll all be sworn in, and henceforth we will be known as Chutney's Fighting Ragtime Band.
Of course. It's Bobby, Colonel Chutney. It's
One
Bobby.
more outburst out of you, and I'll have you arrested for insubordination. Look out, Parliament, we're a kind march across that London Bridge, don't blow and blow till you see them running straight up to that highest ridge. We're to the Tower of London, around that top house, you'll be there. Well, boom, boom, in Westminster, happy, marching step back home again. Strike up the band, run it to Tootie, find command, tap, let's take a stand. Boom, boom, boy, it's Chutney's Fighting Ragtime Band. And when all Londoners in our grasp, we'll sail on to India. We'll march on into Old Calcutta, charge right through the cars Calcutta and make a report on this uprising. You no need to fear, Rebecca. Colonel Chucky has won the case. Ha-ha!
Someone needs to put a leash on that man.
Stranger.
There, you'll be all right. I wish you'd stop babying me, but you've had a terrible experience. Well, there's no need to remind me.
This is Mrs. Russell.
Yes, sit here, Miss Russell. This is Detective Booby and his partner.
Detective Bobby.
Okay, well, if you have any questions, I'll do the best I can to answer them.
Well, I appreciate your willingness to cooperate.
Penny is so brave. She reminds me of the time that I played the axe murderer in When There's a Will, There's a Murder. I played part of the axe murderers.
Well, he just left the potting shed. Can't see the rubber chicken.
Thank you, Mulligan. Now, Mrs. Russell. I understand that you made the identification. Did your husband have any history of heart problems?
No.
I figured he came into this room and sat down because he wasn't feeling too hot.
And that's when he kicked the bucket.
Kick the bucket!
What a cruel thing to say, Bill. Hey, Russell. Ignore that police creature. He has no heart.
That's so thoughtful of you, Miss Crispy, but I couldn't drink it. I was wrong. All I want is to go back to my penthouse apartment and forget this horrible event in Crimson House.
That's very interesting, because normally murder isn't so easy to forget.
Murder! Who's talking about murder?
Why is Hercules Porridge even here?
I hired his services, or rather his father's services, but I'm no longer in need of them.
Hear that, Porridge? You're no longer needed. Pack your duds and get lost. You private detectives only water the mud.
Water the mud.
You don't certainly have plans for me, right?
And I don't have any duds to pack.
Oh, is there anything else, Detective Bobby?
Stick around till after the autopsy report comes in.
I understand.
He's going back in the potting shed.
Bobby, aren't you going to listen to me?
I want you out of this house.
Boy, are you rude. Delivery! Where do you want it?
Don't tell me. Let me guess. It's another pizza.
Oh, no. This is a fine box of chocolates. Why, it's imported. Well, all the way from Pennsylvania. You've heard of Hershey, haven't you?
There's no telling what you'll deliver next. Just take it to the kitchen and give it to Cook. She'll know what to do with it. And let yourself out the back door. We're busy here.
Yes, ma'am. I was just thinking about moving in. I'm here all the time.
It's cheesy. He's ordering things and then he forgets.
Good news. He has found the chicken.
If you'll excuse me.
Bobby, I don't tell you.
Mulligan!
Let's tell me more.
Take Mr. Porridge to the front door.
Penny is so brave. Such courage. Such bravado. I wonder if she'd like to borrow one of my black veils. It's too bad Dr. Throwback is no longer in practice.
Who's Dr. Throwback?
I'll ask the questions. Who's Dr. Throwback?
A psychiatrist.
Well, I doubt seriously that Mrs. Russell needs a psychiatrist right now.
Aren't you going to listen to me, Bobby? I'm telling you.
Seriously, Mulligan, get over here! Take him to the front door and kick him out!
Yes, sir.
All right, I got it. I'm telling you. My guts are never going to believe.
Your guts are going to be spilled out. Detective Booby has a very short temper.
All right,
any detective movie?
The name's Bobby. Forget it.
Look out, Mom, there's a flying chicken!
Thank you. Here's your sandwich meat.
I do hope they have a funeral for Mr. Russell. I'm so fond of funerals.
That was a stupid thing to do, Faye. Mentioning the name of Dr. Throwback.
I didn't mean to. It just slipped out.
It's almost noon. Do you have the rest of my red money?
I'll have it, never fear.
Oh, I'm not worried. You're the one who has to worry. Do you have your money, Anguish?
Don't I always? $1,000 a week for rent.
A fair price for a staid Princeton house. I see we have one of our former boarders here as well, who didn't get her security deposit back when she left. I believe this is yours, Mrs. Weller. Thank you. Go ahead and open it and count it and make sure it's all there. My checkbook is in my bag. Excellent. I suggest we all go in together and have a cup of tea and a nice chat like old friends. Bring the chicken.
You know, one day there's going to be a murder in this house.
Shh, Shane, here.
You won't get away with this!
Want to bet?
You're a crook, that's what you are.
Then I've come to the right place, haven't I? Princeton house. Besides, who are you to talk?
Voice down.
Don't give me any orders.
I thought you were a nice secretary.
I am a nice secretary. I'm a nice secretary who knows what she's doing and knows what she wants.
Oh, I shouldn't be feeling like this.
I'm not well. I am not well.
You don't fool me. I know exactly what you're planning. When your father discovers that you've embezzled over $1 million in a family business, you plan to fake a nervous breakdown. People think you've gone mad. But I can help you, Mark. I'm in charge of the accounting department now. I can juggle the books. And no one will be the wiser. You made the money, haven't you?
Have I?
I want a share. A big share.
What if I go to Greek?
Then I'll inform the police.
You wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I? Think of the scandal, the shame, the publicity. You'll be ruined.
Jeez, what have I done? I've had a person possibly destroy me. I've created a Frankenstein monster. What am I gonna do? God.
Who's screaming?
What?
Oh, I don't heard someone scream.
Well, who is that?
Oh, I don't know. He's wearing my lampshade. He's He's back again.
Yes, I don't want to alarm anyone, but this corpse is dead. Yes, and I'm sure.
You're positive?
Yes, there's a poison dart sticking out of her neck. Wait a minute. I recognize that smell.
Well, what is it?
It's a venomous poison from the Amazon, from orchid juice.
Orchid juice?
It's like a page card from Crime After Crime or
Who murdered Herbert Fish?
You're wrong, Miss Crispy. It's like a page torn from life. Or in this case, not who murdered Herbert Fish, but who murdered Bridget.
The butler didn't do it.
That Horace is back on the case! Who done it? Who done it? What vile wicked villain could commit this awful crime? Who done it? Who done it? We've got to keep our heads and stick together all the time. What terrible misfortune has befallen us tonight?
This weather and this house are giving me an awful fright.
We never should have come here to this place goodbye.
If we stay another moment, we will almost surely die.
Die, die.
Who done it? Who done it? We shouldn't have to be here. It's an omen, it's a sign. Who done it? Who done it?
You'll always stay put and no one dare get out of line.
I've got a funny feeling that we're running out of time. Who done it?
Somebody call 911, would you, Bob, please? 911. Now look, folks, this is going to be very important. We're going to have to remove this body, and I know it's intermission. So please take your break, go to the restroom, keep an eye on your neighbor. I mean, not like that, but I mean, you know, in the restroom. And make sure that you don't get in the way of the emergency technicians when they show up to remove the body. But please, please take your break, enjoy your refreshments, okay? 911, 911. Oh, what a dire straits.
Let's rejoice.
No, you won't miss anything. You're going to take a break. It's okay. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Hello? Speak up. Anyone? Hello?
This is the chance of a lifetime! Imagine murder! Miss, can you tell me where they found the body? I'll bet it was in the garden. Oh, there's no better place than to bury a body than in a garden. Just a minute, just a minute.
Oh, let me guess. A reporter already.
Yes, I'm a reporter from the KPC, the best news source in the area. Yes, I'm here to get a sensational story for Dave Kirk.
For the Evening Star.
The Star, yes.
You mean the Morning Star?
The Star.
The Twilight Twinkle, or whatever it's called.
The Star. Well, you've got to admit, a person being murdered by a poison dart, that's pretty sensational. I would say that's sensational.
How did you get in here?
Well, I rang the doorbell and the maid came and got me. Is there a problem?
Well, yes, there was supposed to be a guard at the door.
Are you a policeman?
Well, close enough for sure. Anyway, I am Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken detective. Yes, that's for sure. You heard of me? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Now you've heard of me now. Now will you write up this matter in the paper? Focus on Hercules Porridge. He's colorful. He's masterful. He's determined.
Oh, I'll be happy to feature you in the article, Mr. Porridge.
Yeah.
Is that with a P and D and B?
It doesn't matter. Look it up. Now, feel free to ask me anything about police work or detective work. But you must make it quick. Remember, you're not supposed to be here, okay?
Who discovered the body?
Well, I discovered the body. I also discovered the murder weapon. And I, Hercules Porridge, will discover the murderer. Or murderesses, as the case may be.
You are a real funny. This is going to be a front page story. Oh my goodness, look at the outline of the lady in yellow tape. Policemen do that when there's a murder.
Yes, certainly.
I need to write this all down so I don't forget it. I need to get these reactions.
Well, no, listen. You remember, you're on the wrong time. Don't keep Hercules Porridge waiting. You have any questions for me for the article?
No, sorry. I'll just make myself scared.
Yeah, that's fine. Now listen, don't touch anything. I made one of those that sign for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yes, don't be there. If you could be able to listen, you stay out of sight. Stay out of sight unless someone needs you.
Such a bad night. I just don't know why anybody doesn't like me anymore. I used to be so famous all the time. Everybody loved me.
Looking for me, dear?
Looking for you and hoping I wouldn't find you.
Have you got it?
Every last penny.
Good.
Now, Rebecca, you're the only woman I know that can get blood from a stone.
How you talk? Referring to yourself as a stone.
Blackmail is a dirty game.
I'm not interested in your opinion on money. Come with me, I'll write you a receipt.
There's already been one murder at Crimson House. Aren't you afraid there'll be another?
It's only you, Colonel Shelley. Well, of course it's me. Who else would it be? Don't I look like me?
Well, you're not supposed to be here, Colonel! There's been a murder! No one's allowed to be here!
I've got to call the home office. Silence! Hello, home office. This is Colonel Hawkeye Kennedy here, yes? Yes, the bloodshed is absolutely awful. Hey, the humanity full rebellion. Only a short time ago, a young woman was destroyed by a poisoned dart. Probably. Yes. Hello, send out reinforcements. Send tea and jelly donuts. Hello, hello! We've been cut off by the bandits, the hill bandits, the swine! Hello, hello, come here! Are you there? Are you there? Hello, hello!
Colonel! That was the doorbell!
Well, why didn't you say so? Blasted inefficiency anyway. The army these days, for when we get anything done.
Bad news for Mrs. Fitzwilliam.
Oh no, not another dead body!
Oh, heaven, no. The cook is quit.
Now that's good news.
See, she got a job at a little place called the Italian Grill.
Your boss is the Italian Grill's boss!
Deserted, eh? She should be put up against the wall and shot. That treacherous swine. Why? They've sent us Florence Nightingale. Come in, Florence Nightingale. Come in.
I am not Florence Nightingale. Nine.
Well, 10-10. Have you brought supplies?
Supplies?
Yes. Bandages, iodine, jelly donuts, perhaps.
I think that's in the belfry. I have seen it before. No, I have not brought supplies.
One more obstacle in the path of victory. But no matter, let's we'll fight on and we'll win even without jelly donuts. Attack!
There he goes again. I sure hope he doesn't break anything.
Last week you broke a bird bath. I suppose you're with police?
Nay, I am with Helping Hands Nurse Registry. And who was that cook?
That was Colonel Chutney.
Ah, he must be my patient.
Oh, he doesn't reside here. He's a neighbor.
Then he's not my patient? I seem to have misplaced the slip of paper with my patient's name on it. I should call the registry.
Phone's over there.
I forgot.
You know, maybe Mrs. Russell is this patient. Poor girl, she's not holding up as well as we thought she would.
It's a sad one.
What's the matter?
It was the answering machine. I am made of questions, but I do not talk to machines.
Do you have a name, miss?
Everyone has a name.
I know, I mean, what is your name?
I am Nurse Payne. Please. Not jokes.
Mulligan! Oh no! It's him!
Who?
My superior!
Didn't I give you strict orders to stand guard at the door?
Yes, sir?
So, no one would come in, and no one would go out?
Yes, sir?
Then what are you doing here?
Oh,
What?
it was Colonel Chutney, sir!
What about him?
He came in to make a call!
All right, that's different. But if I find anybody in this house that shouldn't be here, I'm gonna arrest them.
Any news, Booby? I'm writing cool.
I'll make it easy for you. Don't call me Booby. Don't call me Bobby. Just call me defective. Detective.
Yep.
I think I'm losing my mind. I'm mad. Well, my mind's a blank. I have no past. The boy is definitely not well.
Maybe he is my patient.
Who are you? Who am I? He's got magnesia.
There. I will prepare a strong sedative. I am Nurse Payne. I will take care of you.
Who are you? Who am I? Who are you again?
I am Nurse Payne.
And who am I?
You are Mr. Hell.
Molly!
Yes, sir.
Let's get the suspects in here.
Like who?
Like who? Like the suspects. All of them.
Okay. I'm going.
Mulligan! Suspects!
Okay. Found two of them. I found Miss Strange and I found Miss Wallace.
Oh, Mrs. Russell's upstairs.
Move!
I'm afraid that someone has moved the kitchen.
Just keeps getting worse and worse.
Have a seat, Jeeves. I have questions for you.
You wanted to see us, Detective Booby?
Yes. Have a seat. I have questions. Sit.
I only wish Dr. Throwback was here.
Dr. Throwback?
Yes,
You mean the foot doctor?
Dr. Throwback is not a foot doctor.
I thought you said he was a podiatrist.
I said he was a psychiatrist. Officer Mulligan said you wanted to see me, Detective Bobby.
Yes, have a seat, please. Man. Wait, where's that Jeeves? Someone should put a bell around his neck. Everybody nice and comfy?
Oh, well, now that you mention it, I'd rather sit there.
Oh, and I'd rather sit over there.
Well, I'd really be more comfortable at the desk.
Well, I have no objection if you wish to change.
Yes!
No, that was rhetorical. No. What's going on?
It's like a game of musical chairs, sir.
Everybody, back where you were. I can't think with all of you moving around all over the place. Where was I? That's right, the dead woman. She was working with you, Mr. Palegrave.
Who am I? Who are you? Who are they?
It is a classic case of plucking out secrets. I have seen it before.
I don't believe it. As if that Jeeves and that Colonel Mustard weren't bad enough. What kind of funny farm is this place anyway? What kind of funny farm is this? What kind of funny farm is this? We've got every kind of fruitcake under one big roof. Stick around if you should need more proof. We've got a man who claims he's English from Her Majesty's Royal Corps. And he thinks it's 1880 and the British round at war.
We got a young man with amnesia who likes to play with bugs. And there's a lady of the mansion who's looking awfully smug.
What kind of funny farm is this? What kind of funny farm is this? We've got every kind of nutcase in between these walls, and a crazy killer roaming around the halls.
We got a butler who is senile, who simply lost his way. And there's a weird eccentric actress who thinks she's Doris Day.
We got a woman who's lost her husband. He's lying on a stone.
here. Wireless telephone, that'll never catch on. Hello? Yes, it's Detective Bobby. Yes, of course. Thank you for calling me on such short notice. Oh, I see. Never jump to conclusions, absolutely. Thank you, sir. All right, yes, I will. Yeah, I will. All right, thank you, goodbye. I have startling news. That was the coroner's office.
So we gathered.
I got hard news for you, Mrs. Russell.
Not more dreadful news, I hope.
It seems your husband didn't have a heart attack after all.
Not more orange juice.
No, he was murdered. But it wasn't orchid juice.
Oh, what was it?
I'll ask the questions if you don't mind. Everybody wants to be a detective. Everybody wants to be a gumshoe.
I don't want gum on my shoe.
Mr. Russell had enough white fly bug spray in his stomach to wipe out Kendall Tucky. Looking for something?
Maybe he is my patient.
Get him. Hi. I thought I tossed you out.
Listen, Bobby, you gotta listen to me. I gotta be a big help.
What are you doing creeping about on my oriental carpets?
Look what I got, Bobby. Look what I got right here.
Isn't this poison ivy?
I don't know.
Well, look
What I found on the floor.
What have you got?
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs.
Well, yeah. Don't you get it? Jeez told me that somebody stole a loaf of French bread.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it.
Likewise.
Well, but these breadcrumbs were by the first corpus chair.
Oh, Leon! Yeah. Maybe you are my patient.
No, I'm your patient.
You gotta listen to me, Bobby. You gotta listen to me.
Breadcrumbs. Maybe he's your patient. Did you bring a straitjacket?
Hey.
It's him! It's him! It's him!
What?
Well, I know you're all going to think I'm crazy, but it was Mrs. Russell's husband, Leon!
Where did you see him exactly?
Well, he was creeping around back there and he ran down the hallway.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna find out.
I gotta tell you. Is it
Right, Caesar's ghost! I'm out of here! Oh, no! Oh, here comes Caesar! Who's that?
Listen, that
Swine!
Whoa. Hillbilly. It'll be okay. Don't worry. Just stop moving around. It'll be fine. I tell you, quit worrying.
I gotta trust you.
Yeah, and just trust me on this, all right? Everything's gonna be okay, all right?
I don't care about that. It's Bobby's reputation that's on the line. You're bound by some maniac with a rifle.
Yeah, I know. He didn't look very good when we saw him the last time.
God, he got shot in the foot. Then he got shot in the head. Then he got grazed in the face. Oh, by the maniac Colonel Chucky with a rifle.
I know. It's a weird case, I'm telling you.
I'm in charge until they send another detective.
I know. You gotta stop worrying. Just relax, okay?
I know. I gotta trust you.
Do your promotion. Don't worry about it.
from me.
No, listen. Just don't worry about it. Wait, get out of sight. Get out of sight.
Oh, I see you're still here.
Yes. But Detective Booby has left me in charge.
Well, that's preposterous. The last time I saw Booby, he was in no condition to communicate anything to anyone.
Why don't you have a seat, Miss Fitzwilliam? I'm expecting the others any minute.
I suppose it's best to humor you.
You wish to see me?
Yes, I'm about to solve the mysterious murders. Crimson House.
That's some kind of hideous joke.
Why don't you sit and then you'll find out.
Best do as he says. It might be amusing.
I feel awfully sorry for that policeman. It's a wonder he wasn't killed.
Well, thankfully the colonel's a terrible shot.
Let's be thankful for small favors.
Oh, another book, my dear.
Well, I have to keep my mind occupied somehow.
Ah, the grieving widow. Why don't you have a chair?
I would rather sit somewhere else if you don't mind.
That's where her husband died, Mr. Porridge.
Yes, of course, it slipped my mind. Will this chair do, Miss Russell?
Fine.
Well, I'm here. What's this all about? Oh, Hercules Porridge is about to solve the mysterious murders at Crimson House. Oh, how exciting!
Well, just trust me, Miss Crispy.
Well, if I don't get enough material for 1 or 2 novels out of this, my name isn't Maud Clunk.
Clunk?
Maud Clunk?
Well, I wish Crispy's my pet name. I don't really think I could solve many mysteries with a name like Maud Clunk. Do you?
Well, I wouldn't know. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're all so overwhelmed with the murder. The sorrow here is just simply overpowering.
Well, how soon are you going to solve the case?
The sooner you sit, the sooner I'll solve.
Delicious. Very delicious.
Oh, that's one of your titles, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, let's get back on track here.
There. It will be okay, Mr. Pelgrim.
Why do you keep calling me Mr. Palegrave? Who is Mr. Palegrave?
Another piece of the puzzle. No, Mr. Belgrave, please sit here in the corpse's chair.
Why does everybody keep calling me Mr. Palegrave?
Why don't you just sit and think about it?
Who are you?
Do as he says, it'll be.
Well, I'm glad to see we're all here.
The cook's not here. She's at the Italian grill.
Forget about the cook.
That won't be easy. We've all eaten her food.
Oh, Jeeves isn't here.
Don't worry about Jeeves. He'll show up sooner or later. He always does. True. Now pay attention. You're about to see a master detective at work.
He's not the famous Hoboken detective. He's the son.
Like father, like son.
Hey, there's a mole on my kneecap.
What held you?
Get back on track, please. What a bunch of coconuts.
What track?
I know why Bridget Moriarty was murdered.
Indeed.
Don't forget, that was me in the lampshade. I overheard a conversation between Mark Pelgrave and the deceased.
It's not polite to listen to other people's conversations.
So I'm rude, Sunni. Bridget Moriarty knew Mark Pelgrave had embezzled millions of dollars, and she wanted her share, a big share. And if she didn't get it, she was going straight to the police.
Who am I?
Oh, yes, and this funny milk of magnesia act is simply a phony when trying to keep him out of prison.
Then he's not my patient?
I'm afraid not, Payne. I got a motive, I got a crime. I'll never go back to my old job at the 5 and 9. Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye. Don't forget, I also heard a conversation between Rebecca Fitzwilliam and Faye Strange. Rebecca Fitzwilliam was blackmailing Miss Strange. As a matter of fact, I think everyone in this house is involved in blackmail.
How can you say that?
It's as plain as the nose on your face. What, yes, would pay hundreds of dollars for a hotel stay that only served lasagna and had no color TV or
the egg. Let's make it meow. You were being blackmailed, and Rebecca is the blackmailer.
Yes! Finally! I had some big tongue. I had a clue. I'm not just another worthless penny any gumshoe. I'm Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye.
Well, I was never a patient of Dr. Broback.
But your husband was.
Which brings us back to the breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs, get it.
Yes, Jeeves told me he saw some bum in the house making off with the chow.
There has never been a dog in this house, a chow, or any other breed.
I was speaking of food, French bread to be precise. Bring him in, Mulligan!
There, I was right. It is Mr. Russell.
He came back, and that was his one mistake, to get his wife. And I caught him.
And I helped.
I got a body, I don't mean like dead body, and maybe now that you will see, I'm Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye.
Oh, I told you it wouldn't work. You might as well confess.
It's true. I was a patient of Dr. Throwback. But Rebecca said I had to stay in the house so she could watch me. No. So she could blackmail me. Distraught. I wanted to garden. That's where I saw him, a bum. Chowing down on French bread and drinking soda pop like there was no tomorrow. And then when he dropped dead, I got a closer look and realized that is the most beautiful corpse I've ever seen. I got even further down and realized why. Because he looked just like me.
When I went out in the garden to look for Jeeves, I saw Leon and the dead man. Leon told me everything.
I would switch clothes with my own body, put him in that chair, and then we'd head out of here.
You see, Mrs. Fitzwilliam would think that my husband was dead and he'd be free.
And then we'd be gone.
Which brings us back to the breadcrumbs! Yes! Not so smart, were we, Mr. Russell?
He's not much of a slob, is he there, Detective?
The slob could have been the bomb. Therefore,
I need to aspirin. I need a drink.
We know.
You're Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye.
that's right. No need to worry, I'm on your side. It's in the bag and honey, you'll be glad when you can find the Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye. I'm a Hercules Porridge.
The man belongs to storage.
I'm
Hercules Porridge, the famous Hoboken private eye. The Hoboken private eye. The Hoboken private eye.
That's me. Well, thank you very much. Thanks.
But you forgot one thing.
Yes, I'm listening.
You think you're so smart, Hercules Porridge.
Get your gun. Get
I I'm the one you want. I am no good. I blackmailed. I murdered. I am up to no good. How was I? What? I know that you're casting a new murder mystery and there's a part in it for a German nurse.
You need to tell me you've been auditioning for part in my play all this time. blackmailer, but that I'm a blackmailer, but I'm not. I'm only working for the blackmailer. I work for Dr. Throwback.
Now that's not
He
true.
is the criminal mind.
He's dead!
Oh no, Throwback is alive.
But then, have you seen my rubber chicken? Isn't that? Hey, Jeeves, catch that!
Is Jeeves Dr. Throwback?
No, not at all. Jeeves did put the poison in the soda pop bottle, though.
I didn't think anyone would drink it. I always spray from the soda pop bottle.
I know. But he didn't kill Richard Moriarty. But let me get this right. You're not the blackmailer?
She told you she was only working for Dr. Throwback.
But where is Dr. Throwback?
Yes. Who would Dr. Throwback be then?
Allow me to answer that. I'm Dr. Throwback.
How did you get out of jail?
I put up bail. But before you come up with bad conclusions, I want you to understand that I am not the guilty party here. I am innocent. My partner got hold of my files, and he was going to blackmail all my patients, and I had to go along with it because if I didn't, he was going to tell my secret to the world.
Tell your secret?
Yes. That I'm not really a psychiatrist. That I'm really a psychiatrist.
Nor what, doctor? My poopy was right.
Rubbish. You don't look anything like Dr. Throwback.
I gave myself a face drop.
Don't you mean facelift?
Does this look like it's been lifted? My partner. I tried to draw my sight, my partner found me, and he said that if I didn't go along with his plan and come back here in disguise as an eccentric, he was going to tell my secrets. And I said that I didn't want to do it, but he forced me to. He said nobody would recognize an eccentric.
So you made me do the dirty work, so no one would suspect you.
Well, what choice did I have? Besides, I gave him all the money that you gave me.
Did I get the part?
Shh! This is serious business!
But who is this mysterious partner?
Pizza! Wait a minute! There's no such thing as this being delivery service! I remember!
How do you know?
When they delivered the box of chocolates, they never invested any money or the pizza. She was telling the truth. He never ordered anything. Speaking delivery service doesn't even exist.
Well, it's a delivery. How are you folks? Well, is something wrong? Why are you all staring at me? What did I do?
You want to know what you did?
Yeah, what did I do? What did I do?
She put the poison in the soda pop bottle, but you killed Bridget Moriarty.
What? You're bonkers. I don't know what you're driving at. Did you say anything?
Hercules Porridge knows everything.
Everything? Everything. You're gonna pay for this. Soon, all the world's gonna know that the famous Dr. Throwback was nothing more than a chronic fighter. You.
Me?
You heard me.
You're under arrest. I got to stop.
Don't try anything.
Why, yes I did, that's right.